So what's up, everybody? Took a nap for about an hour and had a little lunch. So I'm going to talk a little bit about mental health and coping mechanisms and some of the observations I had. Now, in regards to coping mechanisms in general, what brought this about was I had a podcast playing in the background, and on that podcast that I have playing in the background, they were exploring Chicago and, the Chicago gangs. And of course, if you're looking at the gangs, you're looking at drugs because it's all about controlling the territory. And they went up to a flat or an apartment of this woman, and she was fairly attractive, like probably late 30s, 40s, something like that. And, she was cognizant when they got up there, but as they were up there, she took a hit of whatever she was taking a hit of, and after one hit, she was incoherent. And so then the camera guy asked her, why do you do these drugs? And she told them she needed to escape from life. Right? Now, when I listened to her and heard her say that, it's almost like The Living Dead, which is true. I lived in Overtown and people are walking around like zombies because people are selling them drugs, right? Now, with that being said, you look at people that remove themselves from this world, okay? And that is one of the things. I think there's a difference when people remove themselves from the world. I don't think maybe it is an escape of sorts, but I think that it's not even an escape. They're just fed up and they're done. They're done with it. They don't have any problem, doing it violently. Because I think of any type of harm to anyone, whether it be self or to anyone else, is violent, right? So thinking about that, I thought about myself, and I thought about how, I was sitting here. I don't use drugs, and I do not believe in harming anyone. That's myself or anyone else, whether it be mentally, physically, socially, financially. I have a low tolerance for anything negative, right? Whether it's coming into me or going out, I can't do it, right? So, as I was sitting here, and after I finished lamenting about all of the legalese and documentation, it's been raining for the past few days, which, like I said, I liked it, even though I know for me, historically, raining in my life during dramatic periods is not good. It's a source, it's a bad omen, but if you want to put it that way. But I've enjoyed it. It's peaceful. The only thing I don't enjoy about it is that I've had a very strong craving to exercise, but I can't exercise because the she shed, I have turned it into a mini workstation, and then I have bicycles and storage containers over there, right? So I don't really have, and then I have futon, so I don't really have any space in this area to work out, whereas when I didn't have the work area, that would be the workout area. Now, inside, I don't want to work out inside because, as y'all know, there was some issue in there, and I'm no longer comfortable working out inside. I have to restart cleaning up all over because after they cut down the trees and stuff, I dumped the shells, so I would have to restart that. And then, of course, I can't work out in the traditional outside, which would be ideal. I would love to do that, because fresh air, looking at everything, and just breathing. I would love that, but I can't. So what I opted to do, and I did take a quick nap, and I think really, to be fair to myself, I did deserve a nap. It was for about an hour, right? I deserved a nap because I didn't go to sleep, like I said, until probably past 11. I woke up at 4, so that's 5 hours. So now if you add that together, it's about 6 hours of sleep. And I had lunch, but I wasn't really hungry. I think I was using the lunch to make up for the fact that I wanted to exercise. So we're looking at coping mechanisms. Even though I don't do drugs or alcohol, I don't intend on harming anybody, and I don't want anybody harming me. You're using food as a condoned method of self-soothe, and I don't know if that's really why I was using it, because I didn't even eat. It is kind of like lunchtime. But had I been able to exercise, which was a healthier alternative, I would not have eaten. I would have exercised earlier. That exercise would have given me the energy, the boost that I needed to continue on, right? I don't fault myself for the nap because, like I said, I was up all night working on this stuff. But what are your thoughts about that? What do you feel is the difference between people escaping through drugs and people that decide they just gonna leave the earth. And then also the tertiary situation. What about people that, they have an alternative of doing something that's better, like exercising, but because it's not easy, they decide that, okay, it'll be easy for me to pop something in the air fryer. And really socially that's acceptable because, I have to eat lunch anyhow. What are your thoughts on that? And for you and your mental health and you keeping yourself up and above through all the things that shows up in life, like I said, that was kind of a snap moment where I was just like, wow, this person is saying, coherently that they use drugs in order to escape, For me, like I said, I grew up in just say no era, so drugs is not a thing for me. As a matter of fact, I need to be more picky about the food that I put into my body. And if I exercise, I think it'll just change everything, and I really want to. But let me know what you think. What do you think about that? About coping mechanisms and things that you use as alternates to coping mechanisms if you